We would like to say hello and to welcome you to our November healing intention for the Light Anchors group, which is in amplifying the Christed light and the Christed consciousness on Gaia at this time. And this is Lisa Jo, and I am Julia, and we are delighted to be here and to bring forth this healing intention at this time.
Well, thank you for introducing me. And I am very excited about this, what I call the mission, and the Christ consciousness, expanding that out as a November goal that we have. And um, do you want to talk a little bit about why we chose this topic, Julia?
Right, I believe it was given to us at fairly near the start of our October healing intention, which was forgiveness. We actually got like channeled information like let's do Christed consciousness for next month. And then this morning, I've just been tapping into the guides as to what that means to them so that we can, share with you like our vision of what that looks like. Of course, it brings in a lot of the forgiveness of last month. So it is, in a sense, a continuation of that deep work of forgiveness. Also, a very radiant and all accepting and unconditional love from the heart space. As we all know, I think we all associate that with Yeshua, Jesus, and the Christed consciousness. Other words that they gave me were purity and the surrender. We are going to use this healing intention to be an invocation of the surrender of the Gaia realms to highest divine will. So that is a truly beautiful healing intention that we can bring forth and support with our intentional prayers and by lighting our candle and taking time meditating and so forth this month.
So we're going to go ahead and explain the crystals that to support the Christ consciousness embodiment. And I'll do the first two, and then if you want to go after me, and we'll go that way. The first one that we've worked with often is the rose quartz, and it's divine love embodied. That's what that represents. Also, this light. Oh, Silential.
Selenite.
Selenite. There you go. I'm sorry, people. I'm a little nervous. So selenite is the light of purity. Julia, go ahead.
And we have a Lemurian quartz with the remembering of ancient wisdom. And
Then the golden healer quartz for the radiance of divine light.
Morganite for the heart of compassion.
Amethyst is the spiritual illumination.
Celestite for angelic communication.
Dambarite for higher consciousness integration.
My turn this time. Rhodochrosite, maybe, for self-love and inner child healing.
And then we have the clear quartz as an amplifier for divine intention. So Julie has already posted these crystals within the group. So you're able to go back and look at the different meanings that they have for their purpose, energy, and on the grid placement. So there are a couple of, I think it's the Flower of Life that is on there and that we posted before. And I think it's Metatron's Cube was that the other one that we have up there that you can use, or you can use any kind of grid that you want to use. It has been suggested with the information that we have posted on how to, it's a suggestion on how to place the grid layout with the center. And this time we're doing on the north, south, east, and west, and ones that you could place there, the inner ring, the outer ring, and above the point, they call it a halo point, and it would just be like at the top of your grid. The other thing that we really need to express to everybody is you don't have to follow this to the T. You can make a grid from nature, from statues, pictures, jewelry, things that you feel that would help embody the Christ consciousness within our earth. And we leave this grid up for about 3 weeks. You can do it for a month if you feel called to do that. But it's really about what's in your heart and about what you would like this grid or your altar to look like. And these are only suggestions, but we wanted to be able to give those who like to be a little more involved with the grid that there's some guidance that they can do there. But the best one always comes from the heart.
And when the archangels first came through for us, they did say, you know, the candle, we definitely want people to have a candle and to light a candle every day to consecrate the intention, but the grid is optional. So if you enjoy doing that, that's something that you want to do, you can. And if it just feels like too much and you're like, actually, I just want to have it simple and just have the candle, that is fine too. But we have put, as Lisa Jo said, all the information up in the group files for you to find to support you in building a grid if you would like to do that.
Julia, do you want to say the affirmation for the activation that's included at the bottom of the crystal page?
Yeah, we have a beautiful affirmation that Lisa Jo has created for activating the grid. If you do choose to make a grid, is I awaken the Christ light within me, radiant and eternal. Through this sacred grid, I anchor unconditional love, unity, and divine peace into the heart of humanity and all of creation. So it is, and so it shall be.
So we will say the prayer at the very last, but we did want to let you know who was actually joining us this month. So we do invoke the support of the higher dimensional guides leading and supporting this work. So Julia's going to start off to tell you which ones will be here, and we'll go back and forth.
So as always, as you probably know, if you've been on several of these calls with us or been on this journey with us since the beginning, which was around May or June this year, Archangel Michael, Archangel Zadkiel, and Serapis were the three who stepped forward to lead us and the higher dimensional beings in this work. And so they are, of course, present with us also this month. We also have
We have Jesus or Yeshua that often comes with us here.
Mary, mother of Jesus or Yeshua.
Mary Magdalene is also here joining us. Mary of Bethany.
Yeah, and this was wonderful because Lisa Jo got the guidance for 3 Marys and we couldn't think who the third Mary was, but then she got it. And this is a beautiful presence to have with us. I actually didn't know, but she is the one who washed Jesus's feet, I believe,
Yeah,
with perfume, was it? Or some, or
I believe so, yes. And she likes to awaken us to a creator sense of presence and devotion to our spiritual path that we may discover the Christine part self of you within this lifetime.
we also have Saint Germain and Melchizedek.
We have Sophia and Sophia, who is here to help awaken the divine feminine consciousness in every man, woman, and child.
And then the galactics, we have the Palladians, the ambassadors of love and compassion.
And the Arcturians in service to the galactic awakening.
So these are the beings who have stepped forward to support the work that we help to consecrate the intention of through our prayer this month. And then they will be working in the etheric realms as we bring our consciousness to amplifying this intention.
So we ask these things in service to the planetary awakening and the advancement of the Christian consciousness on Gaia at this time. And may we serve as light anchors for these things to be grounded into the ley lines and grids of the earth. So be it, and it is done. Julia is going to start off with her being first. She's going to give us some messages or channeling. I never know what's going to happen until she shows up, and then we're guided. So do you want to go ahead and start, Julia?
Yeah, sometimes I don't know either, but they have given me a little bit this morning. We're going to be bringing in both the divine masculine and the divine feminine elements of the Christed consciousness and starting to weave that into people's bodies on a cellular level, and also receive some clearings and so forth, I believe. But as Lisa Jo said, we shall go in and see what they want to bring through, and then I'll pass over to Lisa Jo in a moment. So inviting everyone just to close your eyes. And to connect through the breath and become more present with yourself. And just starting by removing and releasing all those false imprints and beliefs that the Christ is something outside of us and the Christ consciousness is something that we can't access for ourselves. Receiving a clearing for this false programming now, now, now. And it is the selenite from the grid and also the dragons, as well as divine source, who are supporting the clearing of this programming in our fields. And then the divine feminine, the three Marys who stepped forward to be with us this month. They are leading us to a place of sacred water, and they are supporting us in being lowered into the water in what visually looks like something like a baptism, but it's not that. It's the cleansing, allowing the waters, the crystalline waters which are infused with a Lemurian energy, to cleanse us of this false programming and the matrix beliefs that have been imprinted on us that aren't true and that separate us from our true internal divinity and the power within us to be co-creators with source. And then as we receive this clearing and this cleansing that the three Marys are sharing with us on individual levels for us within the group, and listening later on replay also. Michael and Zadkiel and Serapis Bay are flooding the ley lines of the planet with the golden crystalline light of the Krystic energy, bringing more purity. It's like a sacred fire that is also cleansing and purifying, and with its flame cleansing away that which is not aligned with this Christ consciousness within our planet at this time. And Merlin also bringing in his clearing and cleansing energy to support us both as individuals and as the planetary consciousness in releasing that which is not aligned with the higher timeline in which we as humanity start to embody the Christed consciousness within. And the knowing that this is something within us that we can all access. It's part of our divine birthright here. And then rose quartz is stepping forward to also support us in aligning with a higher frequency of unconditional love within our own hearts. And also pouring more of this energy into the Gaia realms. And rose quartz small sphere is now being inserted into each of our heart spaces now. The Pleiadians are also infusing this with their sacred codes and energy. Awakening us to a greater embodiment of love, and also to a greater remembrance of this truth of love that is who in essence we are. Of course, Yeshua, Jesus, also stepping forward, and Melchizedek also bringing through their light codes to support us in the ascension and the awakening of a greater Christed consciousness within. And then the Sophia, the divine feminine energy. Weaving her codes within their codes so that we can also, as individuals and as a planet, become more balanced in our embodiment of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within. And Yeshua inserting a column, a rod of light that runs right from above our crown and down through our central column and into Gaia. And this is to support each of us being an anchor for more light to come into the planet. And so just taking a moment now to visualize together us surrounding the planet as a group of light anchors, and also with many other light workers doing the same as individuals and in their own communities. And directing the energy of the Christed consciousness into the very heart of Gaia. With our intention and our love. And seeing this gradually start to expand and grow. Until Gaia is surrounded, filled, suffused, surrounded completely with the energy of the Christed consciousness. Knowing that as this is done, it is also ignited in the heart of every man, woman, and child to a greater degree than now. Thank you. And they say there aren't really many messages this month. They are delighted to be holding and sharing this healing intention with us. And they just want us to know that things are going in a more upward direction in the earth plane than they outwardly seem. And to remember that as we hold and consecrate this intention. So thank you for allowing me to share, and I will pass over to Lisa Jo.
That was beautiful, Julia. Believe it or not, my meditation falls alongside of what you just did. And just so everyone knows, everyone is still here that is joining us for the whole month of November. And this meditation is also going to include an activation on amplifying the Christ consciousness on Gaia. It's a sacred meditation for the collective, for the collective awakening. So, a little bit about this meditation that I'm going to be doing. Through this sacred meditation, we join in unity with Gaia's heart and the higher realms of light. We will weave the golden frequency of Christ consciousness through the collective field, anchoring love, compassion, and divine remembrance into every cell, every being, and every timeline of creation. But before we begin, there's two things. Yeshua came forward earlier and I did a message with him. But what they wanted me to say about Julia's messages and her beautiful guidance that she had just given us is they showed me a field of grass that was growing. It was very bright green growing. It's like the little seeds have been planted over the last few months and the grass is actually growing. And when I work with meditations with other people, I often see this as a growth in that, in the person that I'm actually working with. So it is a very nice sign to be able to see. And it wasn't just a field; it was a huge covering over the hillsides, the mountains, and everything that this grass was growing, and it was very green and healthy. So Yeshua came forward with a message, and I'm going to read what he told me, and then if he has any other messages, I will come forward. And then the three Marys are also stepping forward with him as well as I read this. So what he said was, this may be one of the sincerest devotional acts made to advance mankind, including all species who live upon the earth. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, awakening the light within of all humanity and amplifying the truth. Remember that we are one light, one love, one conscious divine creation, and that you are important as you carry in the flesh live human energies who are evolving every single day with the actions and deeds you perform from your sacred heart. And I actually see them putting their hands together and bowing their heads like, thank you for what we do as humans. I think as we collectively do these things, whether it's in a group or whether it is individually done, as Julia was saying, it still all combines together. So our prayers, your prayers, and other light workers or other people who pray are, it's the intention that ours will actually be attached to theirs, where it is making a larger impact for everyone. So if you have your eyes closed, that would be great. And hopefully you're still in a comfortable position. And I would like each of you to take a breath in. And as you exhale, feel your energy softening and expanding. Allow your heart to open to the infinite love that surrounds you. You are safe, you are loved, you are light. Begin to feel the presence of Christ light, a golden radiance, gentle, descending from the higher realms, wrapping you in warmth and sincerity. This light is not of religion, but of pure divine remembrance, the essence of unconditional love in its highest vibration. The intention that we make for this is we are consecrated this moment to the amplification of Christ consciousness on Gaia. May the sacred intention ripple through all hearts and awaken the divine human within all of creation. And go ahead and begin your normal rhythm of breathing that is comfortable for you. And I would like you to see yourself standing upon the earth, her crystalline grid shimmering beneath your feet. With every breath, you feel your heartbeat aligning with the heartbeat of Gaia. Above you, a radiant column of golden white light descends from Source, from the heart of the Christ consciousness itself. This golden ray flows through your crown, down through your heart, and anchors deeply into the crystalline core of the earth. You are a bridge between heaven and earth. You are the channel through which divine love flows freely. Now imagine that golden light expanding outwards from your heart, connecting with every other awakened soul across the planet. Together you form a vast, glowing network of light, a living grid of Christ consciousness encircling Gaia. As the light pulses, it radiates frequencies of forgiveness, compassion, unity, and divine remembrance. The old human stories begin to dissolve. Pain, separation, and fear lift away like mist under the morning sun. In their place, a new vibration of divine coherence and love takes root. Take a moment and breathe in this light. Feel it illuminating every cell, every thought, every memory within you. And as you breathe out and share this golden radiance with the world, each breath becomes a wave of awakening, amplifying the Christ consciousness through the collective field of humanity. We now bring forward the Christ consciousness light activation. So you can silently or aloud affirm after me. I am a vessel of Christ's light, radiating divine love through every breath. I anchor the Christ consciousness on Gaia for the awakening of all beings. The golden flame of unity burns bright within the heart of humanity. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat this one more time. And you can follow along or you can affirm. I am a vessel of Christ's light, radiating divine love through every breath. I anchor the Christ consciousness on Gaia for the awakening of all beings. The golden flame of unity burns bright within the heart of humanity. And you may feel some of this energy come down through your crown, and it will continue to travel down through your body and out either your hands, or it will actually come out of your feet. So allow this energy for a moment to work its way through you. If you feel anything, if you feel like the energy has stopped at a certain point, for example, let's say you feel the energy come in, but it stops at your neck or your shoulders. You want to move that body part around. If it gets stuck in your knees, move your knees around. As long as if it ever gets stuck, even in your heart, you want to tap your heart to allow this to continue to flow through. Because of life's events that we go through every day, we tend to hold on to things within our body and it gets locked. And so we are running this activation through you to help unlock some of these feelings or this pain that you may have gone through in the past. And I'll be quiet for a moment and allow this energy to run through you. This energy I'm sorry, this energy will flow through you for the next 3 days. It may be strong at the beginning, and as you get used to the energies of this activation over the 3 days, it will start to descend, it will start to go away. But just so you know, it will last for at least 3 days. So right now I would like you to visualize a brilliant golden sun of Christ's light rising from within the core of Gaia. It is expanding outward until it embraces the entire planet in golden white radiance. This is the quickening, the remembrance of our true divine nature as awakened, conscious beings of light. To help integration of these energies that we are doing today, feel your energy return softly into your heart center. The golden light remains calm, consistent, internal. You are both the receiver and the transmissioner of divine love. You are the awakened divine human, conscious, compassionate, and free. I'm being guided to do a little bit of light language before I move forward. Aisina shikanina balina, alina skitotina sira, olina yoga, asita isintondina kinyabadi, asina titoli, oni satina kino sibadida, olina kotita sibdo tikatinonina, sirolina didatikanona, alita sipo, tu condensati noli na kina di tosinana. Haisalina tu tuya tironia katitato. I see no, I see no, I see no yanina. May this commitment be sealed in the highest divine light codes. May the Christ consciousness continue to awaken through every heart and across all dimensions of Gaia. We honor the unity of all beings, the light of all paths, and the internal love that binds us together. Amen. On your next breath, as you breathe in, begin to bring your awareness back to the present moment. You are now fully anchored within your body. And on your next breath out, with your next breath in, and when you release, open your eyes slowly, adjusting to the light around you. And one of the other things that I have been guided to do is to talk about some aftercare. With these energies, there is a lot of things that you can do for your body as far as what you do after this evening. You can journal, especially if there was things that came to you that you would like to remember. It's great to journal while it's all fresh in your mind, and then you can always go back and look at it. You want to stay hydrated. That's a very important process of doing these energies. It helps embed them more within our body because we're mostly water. And when you drink water, it also helps process these energies through you. The other thing is to listen to your body. You may have a lot of energy, or you may feel like you just want to lay down and relax. Do what, honor your body and listen to it. So if it's telling you just to kind of take some time out for yourself and allow the process of these energies to fully engage with you, do that. If you don't have time and you have to run along, just do what you need to do. It will stay with you over the next 3 days. And then we're going to be putting up a prayer in a moment. And once that prayer has been done, you can choose to either say the prayer when you're at your altar, or you light your candle for a few minutes. You can even say your own prayer if you want to be more creative. There is no judgment here. We're just here to share and allow you to open up your own insights and your own love and your own experience, because we all are together, but we're also very unique and separate. But there's things that we do together that really connect us moving forward. So thank you. And Julia, I'm going to go ahead and allow you to share the prayer before we get started. Okay. Hopefully I did that right.
I would first like to say thank you for such a beautiful meditation. That was incredible. And let me see if I can show. Just a second. Do that again. Sorry, I had our highlighted version up, and I'm trying to bring up a non-highlighted version to share. Here we go.
Okay. Okay, do you want to begin, Julia, when you're ready?
Yeah, we invite people also, if you've got your candle with you, to light your candle as we now consecrate the healing intention for this month. So the amplification of the Christ consciousness on Gaia healing prayer. As light anchors, holding the intention for the greatest and highest good and greatest and highest healing to unfold on Gaia at this time of collective awakening to our truth as divine humans. We ask that the golden Christed codes reach to the four corners of the planet and into the heart of every man, woman, and child, instigating collective awakening and evoking greater compassion, forgiveness, love, and adherence to divine truth in all of our hearts.
We ask that we as light anchors may personally embody the Krystic consciousness to the higher possible level available to us at this time of service to the planetary awakening. We invoke the support of the higher dimensional guides leading and supporting this work. And so be it. It is done.
Shall we read the higher dimensional guides as well with the
We can.
So we have Archangel Michael, Archangel Zadkiel, and Serapis Bay. Lead the way with light so that we as humanity may see clearly where we are not functioning in alignment with our higher truth as beings of love, light, kindness, compassion, and wisdom. Help us to release what doesn't serve our evolution and integrate the divine qualities on a deeper level. Help us to become more heart-centered and to raise our consciousness in alignment with the values of love, light, kindness, compassion, and wisdom, activating the Christed heart within.
Jesus, lead us in the light so that we may walk on the planet as you did, with gentle footsteps of compassion, kindness, and love. Guide us to our unique way of being in divine service and support us in integrating the truth of our multidimensionality, so that we may truly be in the world, but not of it.
Mary, Mother of Yeshua, open our hearts that we may find a greater compassion and love for all beings, including ourselves. Help us to find the deep connection to the truth of our being within our heart, so that we may be beacons of love and joy for humanity at this time. Open our arms that we may be the safe holding space and love-infused portal of healing for those who need love, kindness, gentleness, and healing in their life at this time.
Mary Magdalene, pour forth your love upon us so that we may come into this knowing of the divine phenomenon, essence within each of us, male or female. Open our intuition and our heart portal and help us to embody the unification of masculine and feminine within. Mary of Bethany, awaken us to the greater sense of presence and devotion to our spiritual path, that we may discover the Christian self within this lifetime.
Saint Germain, help us to walk in the world with simplicity and grace as luminous light-filled humans, as we allow the light of the Christed consciousness to shine through us, blessing the world. Melchizedek, activate us with your ascension codes. Pour your mighty light into the earth planes to assist the planetary ascension at this time.
Sophia, awaken the divine feminine consciousness in the heart of every man, woman, and child. Restore us to our original purity so that we may once more embody the light of consciousness and the Christian codes as we walk in these realms.
Palladians, ambassadors of love and compassion, radiate your light in the support of humanity's heart awakening, elevating us into a fuller embodiment of our highest essence now.
Arcturians, in service to galactic awakening, we ask that you radiate your light and share sacred codes so that we may experience in clear and tangible ways a collective advancement into the next level of our evolution now.
We ask these things in service to the planetary awakening and the advancement of the Christed consciousness on Gaia at this time.
May we serve as light anchors for these things to be grounded into the ley lines and grids of the earth now. So be it, it is done. Okay. Here we go. So I would like to thank everybody for joining us, whether you're here live with us or you're watching in the near future. We would love to hear what you think of this meditation or this event that we're doing for in November. We do ask that you let us know, how you're feeling or if you've had your own experiences through the month of November. We will be doing the affirmations that will be coming out every other day so that your inbox isn't overflooded with everything here. And is there anything that you would like to say, Julia?
Just to remind people that this month's healing intention runs from the 1st to the 21st. As Lisa just said, if you want to continue through the rest of the month, you're welcome to, but we are asking that people between the 1st and the 21st, if possible, every day. If not, when you remember, do light your candle on the altar and either use this prayer or your own words or just your own presence and a state of meditation to hold the intention of elevating the Christed consciousness on Gaia at this time. And we thank you so much for being here and bringing your energy to this also. It's wonderful to be able to come together as a collective of light workers to amplify the Christed consciousness and the light on the planet. And we can't do that without your support. So thank you.
Thank you and bye. We'll see you next time.